But when he said that his job was not to make people safe, right? And people got so outraged, he was comfortable enough to say that because that is how they feel, right? He was just a reflection or a snapshot of the bigger sentiment that resides in the PNM, right? And we know that because we know that our borders are open. We know that there are boats that come up to our shores every evening from Cedros, and we know that the Venezuelans are pouring in, and we know all these things. We know where all the problems are. I think that in the next election, um, Ms. Kamala Prasad-Bissasa's biggest challenge would be if she could inspire people, right? If she could inspire people to believe that she is up for the job, that she's up for the task, that she has answers to um, the problems that people walk around with every single day. And if every voter is able to see themselves reflected in the policies. And what I mean by that is, so for me, I am a female, I am a small business owner, I am things like that. So I am looking to hear what is she going to be doing about national security? Is it going to be safe for me to go outside and jog in the night with my dog? And I'm going to be listening to what are your fixes in terms of people's access to foreign currency, because we know that that is a problem. And there might be a young man in MOVA, and he might want different things, access to better education or maybe funding for a small business or whatnot. And I feel like if she can do that and if she can connect with people in terms of, okay, I see myself, she's talking to me, I think that there's no doubt at all that she would be able to capture the win. That's it for my rant.
Definitely, definitely, indeed. We need leadership that speaks to the needs of the people, and it
Yes,
shouldn't be about race or not our differences, not because we look different or our culture is different, as the case may be. We need to hear, like you rightfully said, what are you going to be doing for us? Now, we need to understand as well that it cannot happen overnight. And you see, this is the thing with the citizens of this country. We give PNM the long rope stretch out, okay? And and allow them to dismantle all the good things that the other party, the UNC, would come and do. Because I know for a fact that there are a lot of things that was done for the people to meet the needs of the people under the partnership led by Mrs. Kamala Prasad-Bisasa. However, one foolish statement or something that they hear wrong, and the PNM with the propaganda, they come with that and everybody turn and shift and talk about race and voted out the UNC. And this is what you get. You give the PNM 10 years to bring everything down to nothing. I recall that our friend Lyndon came and he said the PNM don't want to win no election. They have bring this country down to absolutely nothing, that and it's unfixable in their hands and in their side. So actually they don't really want to win. But I know if they win, they're going to take us worse than Haiti. However, I am saying they want the UNC to come back into power. Yes, everybody want the UNC to come back into power because what? We all going through a hard time. We all depressed and oppressed and broken in spirit and finances, emotionally and otherwise. We are broken under this PNM government. So what we want UNC. Now tell me, when the UNC come into power and they bring this country back to a level that is bearable for the citizens, are we going to use our foolish minds after 5 years and vote them out again and put back the PNM because some little thing might have gone wrong? The nonsense, the hypocritical statements that I hear make that is being made by some people about Kamala Prasad-Bissessar leadership and the UNC. It is so foolish. But then you have the masses when you talk to them, and I've been on the ground for a long time. Under the Kamala Prasad-Bissessar leadership, they fare much better from since Dr. Eric Williams' time to now. And this is no joke, this is no lie. I've heard it time and time again. And up to recently, as 2 days ago, while I was out there, people were saying, you know, we have to be real and truthful. When Auntie Kamala was here, this wasn't happening. I could have do this and I could have done this and I could have done this. I hope they remember that come after what is going to be 2030, because the slightest thing the UNC would representatives would say or do, we're ready to say we're going on vote PNM, ready to say about them is racist. All of us are racist. You're African, you're racist. You're Indian, you're racist. All of us are racist in our own way. Let us stop the foolishness and let us keep the party in power that is meeting our needs. That is what we need. We don't need a party, a government who is digging out our eyes, who is taking everything away from us and giving it to somebody else. Kamala Prasad-Bissessar under the partnership, she have done so much for the needy, so much for the people who needed it the most, the single parents, especially the mothers. She have done a lot. The pensioners, some of them so ungrateful, how much you were getting under the PNM, who had no interest of raising your pension. As a matter of fact, she brought down the pension age to 60 instead of 65. Here goes the PNM, they take it back up to 65. You know what? Sometimes I say they should take it to 70 for some of you. Wait till you're dead, you never get a pension. Check in your hand. You understand? It is said under the PNM that you're not, a lot of you are not entitled. Then you heard of the fact that if you have 25,000 in your account, you're not going to get it. You all need to listen to what this PNM government has been saying. And if you all
Yes,
take God away from your thoughts and put them back there, all the things that they put on the burner, on the back burner, they will bring it back to the front. If you think they've done away with the fact that if you have $25,000 in your account, you would not be getting that grant. Trust me, they're going to bring it back. This woman, a woman with a heart for the people, a heart for the people. My only concern is that the choices she's going to make with candidates is going to be the right one. And we have to pray. Some people would say what they want to say, but when she make a choice, it is up to those individuals to do the right thing and serve the people. She has always said it, serve the people, serve the people. You are put there to serve the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, not to fill your pocket, but to serve the people. So I am hoping that people will open their eyes, Hadassah. I am hoping that people are going to remember everything that was done under the partnership has been dismantled by the PNM. And those things were basically for the poor people, the people who were in need, right? The grants
yes.
for the babies and everything else that she has put in place. There's so much. I think in my next episode, we are going to talk about some of the things that was done and some of the things that she has put out there that she's going to be doing. And I know, I mean, I have no confidence in man. My confidence is in God. But I trust whatever that is within her, that love for people and that genuine spirit to see people have. I trust that in her, that she's going to do a good job as long as there's breath in her body, breath in her lungs. She's going to do a good job for the people who need it the most. Come when the election bell is called.
Okay, well said. Well, that was quite a mouthful. So I'm going to respond and say uh, this one. I'm not racist. I reject that. And I don't think that we are generally. I feel like a government could come in and govern in a way and have that eradicated once and for all. Again, I've spoken about rising to the occasion and accepting the challenge to do that, to be a government for all the people and govern in a way where everybody feel like they have been taken care of. So I actually feel that that is just a symptom of um, poor poor governance that has divided us and a lot of misinformation. Two, what the UNC is experiencing now is the residual effects of a massive misinformation campaign. I cannot stress this enough, right? The PNM, along with the media, have done a very good job at vilifying the UNC and, in particular, Ms. Kamala Prasad Visesa. The only way to combat that is to come back with your own um, information and things like that. So again, programs like this and stuff like that, you need to have people who are in your corner who are pushing back. That's the other thing that I would say. And I also believe that there is a way to come in and provide immediate relief. If you take government, there is a way to come in and provide immediate relief. You can do things that allow people to have confidence in you and to be patient in the areas where they need to be patient. But you can also do things and come in and immediately reverse the gas prices and release the pressure valve. As always talk about that, you can give the farmers a mandate, you can provide them with land, and you can tell them grow food, which in 6 months to a year, the country will feel the effects of that. There are things that you can do. You could go in there and you can call for an audit into what the past administration did in the last um, in the last 10 years, and you can actually make sure these people's feet are held to the fire, that they are actually brought before judges, and that they actually pay for their actions. There are things that you can actually do. I've always said it will take a lot of courage because it is unprecedented. We have not seen it in Trinidad. There is a way to rally the people and get them behind you, but you would have to be very, very, very radical. Um, yeah, and I don't think it's impossible. I think it's very, very possible. But it will take a lot of courage. And I want, because I am at heart a Trinidadian, I am patriotic, I love my country, I would wish that the UNC would be the party to rise up and do that. There's no need for me to be against Miss Kamala Prasad Bisesa. That would be foolish. You understand? But I do have very high expectations. And only because, not so much because to say that it's unfair and the PNM had so much time there before. It's not about that. It's only because that people are tired of being disappointed and let down by their government. We are tired of it, and we want to see for once that we actually do have a government that is in our corner, that is for us, that is all about uniting the people and bringing prosperity and making sure that we are safe and making sure that we are happy, making sure that we have the right type of healthcare and things like that. I need her. I need for her to be successful in her endeavors because it would benefit me, but it would benefit everybody else as well. Rooting for her to fail is frankly very foolish.
I agree with that. We need for her to be successful. And sometimes you listen to some of these, what do you call them? I don't want to call them advocates, but they are on Facebook and they are so negative. They always attacking Mrs. Kamala Prasad Bisesa and the UNC. And I am saying now that the small parties that some people is talking about that they want to support, none of those small parties is going to win not even a seat. I respect Kizelle Jackson. I have a level of respect for her. There are some things I hear that I don't agree with. I understand Makela Pandey and whoever else, NTA, you all are not going to win a seat. What you all are going to do is create a vacuum where those votes should have gone to the UNC would go to you and just be of no use. But you all are not going to win a seat. Okay, there's one party that came and joined with the UNCDPP, and I thought that was a good move by the leader. But I am saying to the others, you're not going to win a seat. You'll get some votes, and you're just going to take away from what should be added to the UNC to make, the numbers go up, because really and truly, this is a numbers game.